Okay, so why do we need a scanner? So there will be a lot of people who would say that a scanner is not worthy and all. But I think the baseline is that there is no substitute for the time spent, especially if you are a TA. I'm speaking from a technical analyst point of view and not from the fundamental analysis point of view. If you are a TA, I believe that there is no substitute for the amount of time you spend in front of the screen looking at charts. Okay, but being said that, you can't look at all the charts. You have to look at charts from the viewpoint that you want to see specific things. So you want to stare at the right charts. Okay, like for example, if you are a beginner, if you are a student, let's say you want to get good at mathematics, right? So, and let's say mathematics is your setup. So now you have to be solving mathematics question answers and not biology or geography, or like scouring the Wikipedia for all kinds of knowledge. You want to be good at math. You want to do math problems, right? And so basically, we have a finite amount of time, a finite amount of mental energy, and so basically, I believe scanners direct your time and energy to where you want to be. Okay. Um, so how many? So why use a scanner again? Like how many total stocks are there in BSE and NSE? Can someone answer this?
More than 6,000.
Yes.
6 to 7,000.
Exactly. So BSE has around 6,000. More than that, NSE has around 2,000. So let's say around 6,000 stocks. How long will it take for you to go through them all? Like a lot of time. And as a beginner, how do you know which stocks to look at? Which stocks you want to put your money in. The same thing, beginner, doesn't matter you are a TA or FA. So especially if you are a beginner and without a mentor, like I'm talking from my personal perspective. Like if you don't have a mentor, if you don't come from a background who knows about stocks and all, you would be drowned. You would find it very difficult. First of all, you have a lot of setups. You don't know which ones work the best for you. So especially using it's a beginner's problem, right? You don't have a setup first of all. Forget about your socio-economic background and all. You don't know what stock is first of all. Once you are in the stock market, you don't know what you need to have a setup, right? Setup is basically any rule-based thingy. Like for example, for a fundamental person, a setup could be that okay, this company was making such and such profit until last year, and suddenly it's making so and so profit. So that could be a turnaround setup, right? So some other kind of setup for a fundamental guy would be like suddenly margin expansion happened, XYZ. For technical people, there are lots of setup. For example, MACD cross is a setup people use. Like I'm just giving an example. Second of all, if you're a beginner, you are not fully confident on that setup. Okay, because we are humans, we don't believe. You tell me XYZ, I will not believe you. I want you to show me. Okay. Especially a beginner, you will be bombarded with 50, 100, I don't know how many setups on Twitter, YouTube, wherever you go, right? Oh, the magic indicator, this, that. Then you are bogged down with a lot of information, which is actually not necessary. And the third problem is you don't know which one works best for you. So I'm a firm believer that there are more than one ways to make money in the market. But being said that, there is only one way that suits the best for you, which suits the best for your temperament, for your personality. Some people like something too funny. Probably they will be really great day traders. Some people like to have some sort of even Stevens in their games, or they will like very slow kind of compounding, but over a long period of time. So fundamental analysis and long-term view will work best for that kind of a personality. Someone like Rahul Dravid wouldn't be a good day trader, I believe, right? So that kind of thing. So in that case, a scanner could be a very useful thing. So here's my 10-point slide just to summarize what I've been trying to say. So it basically saves time, a lot of time. I scour only NSE charts. So for me, there are like 2,000 charts, and using scanners, I can I can bring that number down to 50, 10, sometimes 5. Bad market, there is nothing in my scanner. It accelerates learning a particular setup, and this is a very important point, right? So for example, let's say you know about this pattern called high tide flag. Okay, this is one of Mark Minervine's favorite setup. It's also known as the power play setup. Okay, so for example, let's say you are now hell sure that power play setup, high tide flag is the setup for me, and I want to trade this. Right now, what happens is, okay, that's theory. You need to put more time, like I said, looking at the chart, talking to the chart, learning the language of the chart. Once you look at the chart for too long, it sort of speaks to you. So now you have about 2,000 NSE stocks. So you cannot go one by one and see which chart is forming a high tide flag. So what you do? You make a scanner for high tide flag. It'll give you 20 names, and look only at the 20 names every day for the next 2-3 months, or whatever. Make your own buy sell signal. See what works for you. So that's basically sort of manual back testing. Okay. So it will accelerate your learning 100 times. Believe me. It saves basically the mental bandwidth for a beginner to focus on the minimum setup with maximum names, right? So, like I said, if you're a beginner, you will be bombarded with like I don't know how many setups, right? It will help you to avoid junk stocks for sure. Fifth, very important point is it's a real-time learning. It's not historical. It's not hindsight. There will be people who will I don't know, probably do workshops and all, and then show that look, so and so stock topped out 6 months ago. These were the signs. So and so stocks went 100%. Those are all hindsight. Those are all historical data. Okay. You need to be able to pick stocks which are going to move 100% now today, so that you can get the 100% move. You need to see a stock and see that this guy is stopping and get out now. Okay, not wait for 6 months. So scanners would help to do that. You just have to put the necessary things which you know to look for when a stock is topping out or when a stock is trying to begin its momentum. So you code that, and the scanner, you look at the scanner for 2-3 months straight, and you sort of you learn that setup. Sixth point is it also acts as a market breadth indicator, and I'll show you this. So for example, let's say quick example of how a scanner could be used as a market breadth indicator. So breadth indicator generally means the health of the market, right? So right now, let's say until 2021 May June, market was great. Last 6 months were not that great. If you had a scanner for, like, let's say a stage 2 scanner, right? How many number of stocks in total NSE are in stage 2? If you had that scanner, you could clearly see that market is in a downtrend because the number of stage 2 stocks would be decreasing every day. And you would all, I mean, so I can talk more about market breadth indicators and how to make that use that, okay? Most important thing is once you get hold of your setup, use a scanner and only scan those, there will be no FOMO. And believe me, FOMO is something which even the best of people, realize, influence their thinking. And we are all human, right? Like someone tweets rockets, and that little feeling inside your heart comes up. These are all like mental, emotional things, and it needs working. But obviously, having a scanner can sort of help you with FOMO. Number 8 is that if you have a good scanner, it will show you which stocks, which sector is getting hot, and which sector is now getting cold. Okay, and this is little advanced level skill. A little advanced level skill, but this also is possible. For short-term traders, it just gives you more signal. Okay, and number 10 is basically manual backtesting. Like let's say if you have a high tide flag scanner, you see last 6 months how many high tide flags were there, and then you can individually see if your buy sold at this point, this would be my the setup would have worked this well or not well. If you are a little adventurous and want to study setups more like me, then scanner is really good. Okay, so I hope I am able to let you know or convince you that scanner is essential.